The Alberta government paused rate increases for private vehicle insurance in 2023. It's meant to give some relief to drivers financially. Fred Litwiniuk, CEO at Litco Law, is here to explain how it's going to affect consumers. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Corey.
This is interesting. Maybe sometimes we think, oh, government's getting involved. It's good. Not sure if it's good or bad. How will this affect consumers?
I think in the immediate term, consumers are going to see some relief from the rate increases that they've seen in their automobile insurance premiums.
Okay.
And I think that, perhaps in an election year, that's something that, could be favorable.
Okay. And what rates can we expect if we're renewing our insurance policy?
Well, until the end of the year, there's a rate freeze, so you can expect not to see any increases on private vehicle insurance. Outside of that time frame, it's, we don't know yet what's going to happen in the future.
Right. And it's great to have insurance. Sometimes we don't think about it until we need it. And if we're making a claim for an accident with or without injuries, will this affect rates in the year that the rate freeze is in place?
A lot of that's going to have to do with your policy that you have, your individual policy that you have on your automobile.
Okay.
And so, some policies, for example, feature a thing called accident forgiveness. So if you are involved in an accident, you're protected from rate increases in the future. But ultimately, once you're outside of that freeze period, your rates can be affected if you are involved in an accident.
Okay. And it's also good to know where we stand. How do we compare as far as other provinces are concerned, insurance rates cost-wise?
Well, it's interesting. It's really difficult to compare apples to apples because, as you know, what's the weather like in Vancouver compared to Edmonton? What is the population density compared to, say, Saskatoon?
Mm-hmm.
And so there are all kinds of factors that go into the rates. And the real question, I think, is what is the true cost of automobile insurance? And it's something that's really hard to find out, and it's hard to compare us with BC, for example, where they have a socialized or a nationalized insurance scheme, right? So there are no private insurance companies. It's all insurance provided by the government, kind of like, healthcare.
Right.
And so in a case like that, it's really hard to understand what the true cost of the insurance is because some of it may be subsidized by taxes.
Exactly.
And so, here in Alberta, we've got the Alberta advantage. We pay lower taxes. We have a lower cost of living overall. In a lot of cases, our insurance rates can be higher than they are in other provinces.
Okay.
But I would say that, some of those costs are hidden in those other provinces, and they're paid for in other ways.
Right. Do you see any changes in the future for insurance in Alberta?
Well, I think here in Alberta, we are a province of people that love personal freedom and that love free market solutions. So I'm not sure that, nationalizing an industry like auto insurance or going towards a socialized model, I'm not sure that's in the cards. There may be some attempt, there have been attempts, successful attempts in the past to limit the ability of Albertans to pursue compensation for their injuries in automobile accidents in an attempt to lower automobile insurance rates. We'll watch with interest to see what happens. But ultimately, cars are getting safer all the time. Accidents are reducing all the time. And I think that, Albertans like to see greater competition and free market solutions rather than government solutions.
Perfect. Thank you so much for those great insights into the auto insurance, Fred.
Thank you.
For more information, you can find a link to Litco Law at ctvedmonton.ca. It's just under Morning Live.
Brought to you by Litco Law, lawyers you'll love.